Yo, people, what's going on? Back again. Another episode on Popular Opinions. What you saying, my guy? Yo, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear.
But your internet's going mad.
Is it?
Yeah. I know. Now it's all right. Hold on.
Come.
Yeah, your internet's going mad.
Mine? I don't know. One second.
Maybe
No, my one. It must be yours, bro. Because mine's looking all crystal clear, bro. You're lagging, bro. Jumping and up.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying big up everyone inside.
All right, cool.
Another episode, Unpopular Opinions, bro. Oi, tonight is a big night. Do you know what I mean? Last night was a great night. Do you know what I'm saying? Trent's in the gulag, fam. It's peak, fam. I'm not even going to lie. Big up everyone in here. As man said, the chat's always good vibes. You get me? Man are going to get stuck into yesterday's games for sure. De Bruyne's got a new contract. Lingard's still shelling. It's a mad thing. You get me? So, yeah, Akeem's going to jump back in. His signal is doing a mad thing. And then, yeah, bruv. Now, I mean, we'll get to it, people. Make sure you smash that like button. Mad love. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. Big up everyone that watched the watch along last night. Man told you, man, about Luka Modric. I rate this guy mad high. Mad high. Everyone's talking about, like, I remember when I was talking to Cams about, like, Xavi, Pirlo, Modric and that. And I told, man, Modric is up there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Modric is up there, man. You know what I mean? For me, I said that Modric is on that Xavi and Pirlo level, bruv. And I know a few man didn't agree, but boy, after the performance last night, bro, like he was snuffing out Liverpool at 35 years old. Man have to put respect on Luka Modric's name, bro, because I don't know how old Xavi was when he retired, yeah, but bruv, he weren't doing what Modric is doing right now at 35, blood, from what I can remember. So one of them ones where man have to respect what the level that Modric is playing at now, bruv. You know what I'm saying? So nah, big up everyone inside. What do you say? Hopefully only one goal and clean sheet and then Pagans are out. Boy, we're gonna see. Let me go through these comments, bruv. I don't know what the hell's going on with Akeem's internet. It should be back here now. Yo, fam.
Yo, what's it saying now?
Yeah, it's calm. It's calm.
Cool.
No, them one's there, bruv. Yeah, big up Tony Cruz as well, but is he Modric, blood? Told man about Luka, blood. Luka is one of the best midfielders of his generation, cuz you know them ones.
Even at this age as well, still doing.
Bruv, even at this age, but bruv, I said, bro, for me, yeah, like, because me and Cams were having the Scholes, Xavi, and Pirlo conversation. You know them ones. And I said, bruv, Modric is in there, cuz. Modric is in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? He's very much in that conversation, bro. He's every bit as good as these, man, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like my man said, bro, at 35, Lampard and Gerrard, them man were up in sunny Los Angeles and them man doing that fuckery, bro. Pirlo's still doing it on the biggest stage. I mean, Modric is doing it on the biggest stage, yeah. Boss Liverpool. Them man won the Champions League the other day, bro. He pammed them up, bro. You know what I mean? And Liverpool are known for their intensity. They're known for their pressing, all these other things. Modric just fuck them, bro. Like for me, Luka Modric, yeah, I'm taking Luka Modric, bro. I'm taking Luka Modric over Xavi, blood. For me. He's always been my player. Luka Modric, all day for me. And even Andrea Pirlo, blood. For me, the thing is, my conversation with Cams was that as good as Xavi was, yeah, it's really hard to really know how good he was because of the system he played in and the team he played in. Do you know what I mean?
True.
And it's one of them ones where at the elite level in football, you judge players on very, very small things, innit? Because there's not much between all of them. Do you know what I'm saying? And when I look at Modric's ball carrying, his goals, his goal contributions, and all these things, for me, bruv, I think he's just a more complete more complete midfielder in the same role, in that number 8 role, bro.
I think out of all of them, he's the most complete baller, innit?
He is.
I would say the player that I would take the most. Obviously, it depends on a lot of things, innit? But Pirlo for me, like in the way he controlled games, in the way he was effective from dead ball situation. I know, obviously, all these men.
Yeah, I had Pirlo ahead of Xavi as well, and he was like, no way, no way. But bruv, did you see the amount of free kicks that Pirlo scored in his career, bro?
Hey, he was putting them away like nothing. Trust me.
Yeah, he was a free kick and set piece specialist. He carried the ball well as well. He was a decent dribbler. His passing range was a joke, and there's different kinds of passing as well, bro. He can play the little floated passes, the little intricate passes, the long range, the short range, everything. Like Xavi's game, a lot of his game was short and sharp, innit?
Short passing, that's what he was. Do you know what I'm saying?
Short, sharp, and stuff like that. But he didn't have the range of Scholes or the range of Pirlo, innit? Like, that's why I've got him behind them, bro.
But unfortunately, that's what happens when you play in a team for your whole career. Yeah, even at this level that you're talking about, you've got to go above and beyond in a lot of these games. To not in a lot of these games, but I'm talking about across your career, for people to pick out you above other players who have played in weaker teams or have played in multiple different cycles. Do you know what I'm saying? Xavi was in a phenomenal Barcelona cycle at that point for 6-7 years. Do you know what I'm saying? Their team was unbelievable. But, you know, when you look at what Pirlo or Modric done in teams that were not as good throughout their career, bro, that was a shining light. That's the easiest way to clearly show, you know, who actually was more effective. Now, let's not get twisted. Xavi may have gone to another club and showed his effectiveness, but he didn't. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. So as far as you know, bro, Modric and Pirlo, I prefer in it. Do you know what I mean? I prefer the way that they play. To be honest, even Iniesta, I love as a player more than Xavi. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know what I'm saying?
For sure. And that's what it is.
So what was your take? Obviously, I didn't see the Liverpool game. I saw the City one, which is another story.
Liverpool got clotted, bruv. And I loved it. You know the ones, because you know what was mad, yeah? At the beginning of the game, and these men that watch the watch-along would tell you, at the beginning, like, I heard that obviously Ramos and what's his name? Varane were out. And I was like, right, Liverpool could nick this, you know? And then I looked at the team and I was like, whoa, I saw Keita. And I said, if this midfield of Liverpool's ain't up for it today, they could be in trouble, you know? And brother, just like clockwork, these men got absolutely finessed off the pitch, bro. It was beautiful. I can't even lie. Like, the patterns of play, bro, I ain't seen football like that in a while, bro. It's like almost the more pressure Madrid are under, the better opposition they play against, the better they play. Because when they played against Atalanta, they weren't moving the ball like that. They weren't moving the ball like that. Then out of nowhere, some of the patterns of play was an absolute joke yesterday, bro. 1 touch, 2 touch, switching the play. Like, and Toni Kroos just walking around the pitch, bro, just spraying, bro. Like Modric literally playing at half pace, just dominating the game. Real Madrid's tactical discipline, positioning, the way they controlled Liverpool quite comfortably. I think in the first half, Liverpool didn't have a shot on goal. Like, so Salah had like 12 touches in the first half. Liverpool got nullified. Real Madrid absolutely exposed Liverpool for the very predictable one-dimensional football team they are, to be honest.
So what was 3-1 a fair result, or should it have been more? Or
should have probably been more. Should have probably been more. There was a chance that Asensio was through on goal, and he fucked it, passed it to like Trent when he probably should have slotted it home himself. Like, I think if Liverpool lost 4-1, 5-1, it wouldn't have been an unfair result, bro, because the goal they scored was against the run of play. Other than that, they had a little spell for about 10 minutes where they got a bit aggressive with Real Madrid, but then Real Madrid hit them on a break. No.
And then now they've got that crucial away goal, which is what they're going to hang on to, and going into the second leg, which obviously now, I mean, I saw the highlights in it of that game, and it seemed like Liverpool never got a hold on to the game. The funny thing is, I turned the channel over just to see the lineups in it before I went to watch the Dortmund game, and I just shook my head when I saw Kabak in defence. Yeah, still there, and I looked at that back line. I was thinking, wow. I looked at Real Madrid's team, and I was like, boy, this is going to be a long night for Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? But again, maybe my question then is like, is Klopp setting up in the right way, considering his back is so bad? Because at this point, he should be adapting to protect that back line. Like, it seems like he's too focused on this pressing, red arrows sort of football with the front three, still focusing on pressuring the attack. But the truth is, he hasn't got the team to do that at the moment.
Bro, like, the thing is, the best way to protect your defense is to keep the ball. That's the best way. Chelsea have proven that with their defensive record. Bar the little blip against West Brom. No one, that's a one-off. Do you know what I mean? The teams that keep the ball the best tend to concede the least amount of goals. Liverpool ain't got no.
They're trying to play too direct, though, isn't it? That's the problem.
There you go. And the thing is, when they win the ball back, even though they couldn't really counter press Real Madrid because they couldn't get in and amongst them because they got 3 press-resistant midfielders, but they just couldn't do anything, bro. And the thing is, they're so predictable. They're just looking for that passing behind all the time. And like I called it yesterday before the game, I said, they need Thiago. I said, where's Thiago? Is he injured? Because when I saw Keita, Wijnaldum, and Fabinho, I was like, I knew they were done for, bro. Because there's no ball retention. There's no press resistance. There's no creativity. There's no link between the back and the front. Thiago's the only one that kind of gives them that. Klopp fucked it yesterday, bro. Liverpool are out, and it's the manager's fault 100%, bro. I don't know. I mean, this is a manager that's won trophies, and I don't understand why he's so stubborn that he could not see what I could obviously see, bruv, even before the game. Do you know what I mean? It's super stubborn, bro. I get you want to play this pressing style and all of that, but sometimes you have to look at your opposition, humble yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
And realize that, this ain't really the way to go.
And look at your team that you currently have. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you've got these players available that you need to link the attack and the midfield, you can't be playing like get the ball, look up, and do a quick direct ball all the time, trying to get it over the top or in behind to Mane or Salah. You can't do that every game because, especially like you said, you're playing against not only three press resistant midfielders, 3 of the best in the world, 3 of the best midfielders in the world. Do you know what I'm saying?
Under pressure as well, yeah.
So you need to think like, look at our midfield and our defense. How can we get the better of Real Madrid's midfield? Because obviously that was where the game was going to get won or lost, didn't it? And I'm just surprised that Klopp decided to still ping balls. Obviously, I didn't watch the game, but based on what I've heard from people and you, like, they're just trying this direct ball. Like, do you know what I'm saying? You're just going to lose the ball more. You're not going to have the ball. You're going to be chasing the game more. You're going to get more tired. The circle continues. More injuries, more tiredness, less performance, which leads to you having half your team out. Do you know what I mean? You've been running around for 3 years. Do you know what I'm saying? Burning yourselves out to the ground. That's why. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not the team's not being managed properly. Like, in terms of, and I don't mean that from Klopp not managing the team. I'm not even blaming Klopp. It might be the fitness coaches. It might be the coaches behind him, like Klopp's team, like behind him. I don't know, but it's not just bad luck to get 9 long-term first team injuries, bro. Like, you're not doing. There's something you're not doing properly. Like, you're not managing their fitness levels. That's it.
And this comment, spot on, bro. Like, they're so poor in terms of ball retention, bro. They shouldn't be playing with a high line, bro, because they're sitting ducks, bro. You can catch them in a transition. And the thing is, before they conceded the goal, I saw it coming. And I knew how it was going to come as well, bro, because Liverpool, they press high, they keep a high line, and they don't take care of the ball. They try and play very direct. Do you know what I'm saying? It's either their midfielders are going backwards or sideways, or it's a lump it into Salah thing, or a lump it into Mane thing. And Tony Kroos got the ball out of his feet, got his head up, and just pinged the ball on a diag thing, bro. It was so easy, bro. Like, it was so easy. A man could say they weren't pressing in the right areas. They should have had man on Tony Cruz. You can't mark Tony Cruz. You can't mark him. The only way you can mark Tony Cruz is man mark him. You can't press him. It's not possible because he doesn't take up the same position. Same with Modric. Like I was saying to these men, Casemiro is the so-called DM, yeah? But when the centre-back step out, Casemiro's never the deepest player. Most of the time, is Tony Cruz coming short for it, or even Modric comes deep for it, and Casemiro's just kind of there to break up the play because Casemiro's not really the ball player. Right, out of the three of them, he's not really the ball player. So they alternate between who takes the ball off the centre half. So you can't even second guess it because you don't know who's going. It's so fluid, like it's an absolute joke, brother. And then when they're defending, they switch into like they're playing a 4-3-3. Like when they attack, but when they defend, it's almost like a 4-4-1-1 because one of the wingers come, and yesterday Asensio was dropping back in to make it a 4, and Vinicius was staying up almost like a second striker, and that's how he got his goal. Straight ball over the top. Sometimes he was playing up higher than Benzema, and Benzema was dropping. So,
but like, I think that Zidane mixing is what you call like intelligent management. Do you know what I'm saying? Where he probably thought that Klopp probably thought Casemiro will come deep. He's the deepest player of the three. He's going to keep coming to collect. Obviously, that one little switch and change can bamboozle a team. Do you know what I'm saying? It can open up extra space. And that's why when I look at Liverpool's team at the moment, I'm thinking like one of these players have got to cut. Exactly what you were just saying, Zidane done with Real Madrid. I don't understand why Liverpool in some of these games doesn't just adapt. They don't drop some of their players slightly into different roles. They don't push certain players further forward. It seems like it's so static, and they rely only on Trent and Robertson doing those balls, or someone doing a ball in behind to Mane or Salah. That is literally it's like their only trick that they've got.
Bro, honestly, but if you look at Klopp's players, yeah, like I said yesterday, bro, like a lot of them are very low IQ, yeah, and high physicality players. Like the super chat says about Salah, if you don't give him space, he's average, bro. And the thing is, he's not an intelligent footballer, bro. When you watch him play, he doesn't pick up intelligent positions in the pocket like what Benzema was doing yesterday. Even though Benzema didn't score, he was involved in the goal. He played it to Modric. Modric played it across to Vinicius. I think it was the second Vinicius goal he was involved in, and his movement, he was out on the right wing. And he's drifting out there, picking up the ball, playing it in. You don't see Salah doing those things, bro. You don't see Mane really doing those things. Keita's not going to do that. Henderson's not going to do that. Wijnaldum's not going to do that. These guys are all just physicality, but they're not too clever, bro. Like, all they do is run. They've got no smart players in the team apart from maybe Bobby Firmino and Thiago. Neither of them started yesterday. So, he calls it heavy metal football for a reason, bro. It's high intensity, yeah. It's just a racket, bro. That's exactly what it is. It's an absolute racket, bro. And
that's the thing. It's like it's
not sustainable.
The team, when they've got the ball, when Liverpool have got the ball, they're still one of the best, isn't it? But that's the problem. When they don't have the ball, or when they're
I don't think so. I think Liverpool are more dangerous when they don't have the ball. When they have the ball, they're shit.
Well, when they've got the ball, let me rephrase. When Salah or Mane is standing up one-on-one against a man, and they can cut in and bang it. Maybe not now on form, but when they're off form. But when they're on form, Mane and Salah in the edge of the box or in and around the box is dangerous. Do you know what I'm saying? When they're in that position. However, now that was obviously the past, in it. Now, when you've got Fabinho or Keita who gets the ball in the middle of the field, a lot of the time they're either passing back or passing sideways. They haven't got if they try to go direct, like in the weeks that I've been watching Liverpool, it's now so obvious now. It's so obvious that all that's happening is one of the midfielders of the other team is tucking in and doubling up either on Mane or Salah, or tucking in into the midfield, into defense and covering. And Firmino, and this is one of the reasons why Firmino is now just not really as effective as he was before, because everyone knows what they're doing now. It's quite obvious and clear. So I don't know how Liverpool are going to really beat Real Madrid going into the second leg. I can only think I think they've got a couple of players back in the next week or so. I'm not
Who,
too.
Liverpool or
Yeah,
Real
I'm not.
Madrid?
No, Liverpool's got a few players finally coming back into the team, but I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. I don't think they're going to. They'll probably win at Anfield, innit? But I can't see them going through. But
Bruv, you know the reason why I don't
I-
think. You know the reason why I don't think Liverpool have got a chance is because we watched the game yesterday. You see the last 5 minutes, the way Real Madrid just kept the ball, yeah, and just wasted time. It was unbelievable. God, I think they put like 50 passes together, not really going nowhere. Just switching the play, bopping it, boom, 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 just running down the clock, taking a piss, bro. Like Liverpool couldn't get nowhere near them. They looked dejected, bro. Like Trent was getting himself in trouble. I think he got booked because he lost his head.
So what happened with Trent? So he got worked up.
He got cooked, blood. Vinicius cooked him up, bro. Like literally, you had Vinicius looking like prime Robinho, blood. Like it was mad, bro. Like there was a and he fucked up for the second goal as well, bro. He tried to head it back, didn't look where his teammates were. Nothing. Diving header, got caught underneath the ball, misjudged the flight of it, tried to head it back to the goalkeeper, and Asensio just dinked it over the goalkeeper and scored. But Trent had an absolute shitter yesterday, bruv. After Jamie Carragher was putting up the propaganda for him to go to the Euros, bro, that couldn't have done his Euro stint any fucking good, man.
The funny thing is, he probably will still go. That's the maddest thing. He'll still go to the Euros.
He'll go probably because the pressure that's on Southgate, but Southgate won't play him.
As it stands, yeah, you can't play. The thing is, that's the problem. You know, the funny thing about football now is that, you know, the fullback or the wing-back positions now is not even about how well the player can defend. And it's like, for years, he's not been even top 3, even best right back in the league anyway. But for some reason, he's obviously always played because of his outballs. But it's always been because of his performances for Liverpool, innit? When he was on form and the system that Klopp played in that most teams couldn't handle. But when this all goes wrong, like it's gone wrong this season for Liverpool, teams have figured him out. He's got 11 less assists or 11 or 12 less assists this season than he did last season. Bro, how good is it? Like, look, I take nothing away from Robertson because Robertson's actually a good defender, innit? He's actually good.
But bro, you know what it is with Robertson? I don't even know if he is.
I think he's a good left back, bro.
But I don't know if he's as good as.
He's better than Trent in defending, anyway.
Yeah, but that's not saying anything, bruv. You know what I mean? I don't think Trent's good at defending at all, bro. Like, as a footballer, you can tell Trent played centre mid, wasn't good enough to play centre mid at the top level, so they moved him to right back, in it. And you can see that because he's got good technical ability. Do you know what I mean? His reading of the game and his understanding of the game isn't always great, bruv. Like how can a defender be giving the ball away 40-something times in a football match? That tells you all you need to know about his decision making. They weren't all crosses. Do you know what I mean? And when you play as a right back, a lot of the time you don't play in the immediate line of a press because you play in space most of the time as a right back when you're on the ball. You don't play in traffic because you play in the wing. Not only do you play on the wing, yeah, but you play out of the danger zone a lot of the time. So you don't have a man immediately on you. There's no reason why you should be giving the ball away upwards of 30 times.
That's why last season Trent was most effective when he was played into space and he was able to cross it in. Trent's not one of those fullback wing backs that was great at beating a man. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. He doesn't go down the outside past people, and that's what I'm saying, bro. Like I think he's got a very good delivery, but to be able to cross a football, you just have to put the ball into an area, bro. Like there's nothing really precise about it. You just put it into an area. You just put it into an area, bro. Like when you look at the amount of crosses he puts in compared to the amount of assists he gets, it's not precision football, bro. It's literally percentage football. That's all it is, bro. It's very, very overstated. It's very overstated because Liverpool were winning, so everyone's talking like it's fucking amazing, bro. But on an average game, I'd love to know, yeah, out of all his crosses, yeah, on average, how many does he actually find someone with? Do you know what I'm saying? I bet it's about 1 out of 10. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's
I mean, it doesn't help him that he's in a team, especially now that of players who can't really get on the end of those crosses as good as, you know, Origi maybe would have or if they actually bought another centre forward, which they should have.
This is another thing. Liverpool don't even have a target man. So why the fuck do they play a system with fullbacks that just spam crosses? It doesn't even make sense to me, bro.
Exactly. It's stupid. In fact, not just no target man, like flipping Salah and Mane, they're useless in that position.
They're not good aerially and they're not clinical. And they play a system that's heavily reliant on crosses, but they don't have anyone that's good at finishing crosses. Do you know what I mean? When I look at Robertson, yeah, Robertson's better than Trent, yeah, but I just think that Robertson, yeah, is just a superior athlete. That's all. As a footballer, yesterday, under the press, bro, he kept putting the ball out for throw-ins and that. He wasn't good. He wasn't good, bro. He's just he's a physicality merchant, bro. Like he gets the overlaps and then he just puts the ball in the box, in it, bro. He's a good athlete, bro.
Yeah, no, I think Robertson. Look, I don't think he's like one of the most intelligent fullbacks, in it. But I think
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think but I think he's a sturdy defender, in it. He's one of those he's a good player to have in the squad, like as a fullback, because he's probably more reliable than Trent or a lot of other players.
No, bruv, don't get me wrong. I think he's a good player, but I think he's massively overrated.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Man is saying that he's the best. Look at this. He's saying he's the best left back in the world, bro. The best left back in the world was playing for Real Madrid yesterday.
Yeah, definitely.
And he absolutely cooked Trent Alexander, bro. Robbo can't chat to Mendy. Not even in any way. Not technically, not for pace, not for intelligence, not for technique, not for nothing, bro. Trent 0 from 5 crosses yesterday. Well, I'd 30 assists from 900, nearly 1,000 crosses for 30 assists, bro.
Wow. All right, where do you get that stat from?
It's not hard to find. I'm sure you can Google it.
I gotta look at them stats still.
You know the ones there, bro. Like these man there, him and Robertson, yeah, get loads of they get loads of like everyone eulogizes about them because of their numbers, but they don't tell you what their cross accuracy percentage is 20%. That's what man's saying. So it's 1 in 5. Fuck that, bruv.
I think the problem is, yeah, like that's why if you remember about a year ago, Liverpool fans would laugh at you if you disagree with Robbo and Trent being best fullbacks in the world. But the truth is, everything looks shiny when you're on form. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's not even the best Scottish left back, bro. He's not.
Yeah, it's true.
He's not though.
It's true. He's not. But I would say, look, I would say going forward, obviously, Robertson should just again, it depends on the coach you get in it. But I think if Robertson had a coach that focused more on the fullbacks being good at defending, yeah, I think he will have a very, very sturdy like career in it. It won't be great. It won't be like he'll be remembered as one of the greats, Robertson, but he will have one of them. Do you know what I'm saying? One of them sturdy careers at a top club, which ultimately is where his level is, which is great. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyway, we'll see what happens in the second leg.
And that's what it is. And I just, you know what? I'm happy, yeah. I'm happy that Real Madrid won yesterday because I'm always talking, yeah, and I'm always stressing, yeah, how important possession is, football IQ, and technique over this pace and power thing in the generation that we're coming into. And you saw it, bruv. Luka Modric, an old man. Tony Kroos, that's let's just say that he's in the twilight of his career. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I think he's going to be 33 soon. One hell of a footballer, bro. He played at walking pace and dismantled these pace merchants, bro. Like, dismantled them with minimal fuss. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's one of them ones where it shows you, yeah, if you've got a very good team, yeah, with good tactical understanding, good technique, they'll overpower. Cruz is 31. They'll overpower a team like Liverpool just with pure technique, bro. And
also a great point to even round it off as well that we haven't mentioned enough. That again, Liverpool fans is saying, "Oh yeah, like is what we could expect." Like we've had a lot of injuries, bro. Real Madrid has a lot of players out as well.
Bro, they had 3 of them. 4 out, blood. They had Carvajal out. They had Varane and Ramos out. It's 3 of their back
Remember.
4 were out, bro.
Exactly. So again, it goes back to the point that how good was this Liverpool squad really? That if you take the amount of players out, Real Madrid look good as new, even though they've got not even just them back 3. They've got obviously Hazard wasn't playing, and they had 2 or 3 other players that were couldn't pass fitness tests in it. So overall in their team, that wasn't even their strongest side in it, and they still made light work of this Liverpool team. So Liverpool have asked. They need to answer a lot of questions about how good that entire squad is. To be honest with you, because I know they've got 3 or 4 major injuries in that squad, maybe even a couple more, but it's still not good enough. With that team, you shouldn't be able. You should have a good enough team to put up a performance in a game like that. And the interesting part is that Chelsea, who obviously if they do beat Porto, it'll be interesting to know who they would prefer to play, because obviously you'd think Liverpool, but Liverpool's form against English teams in the Premier League is mad. In the Champions League, sorry. So,
Okay.
They've got a good record in it. So it'll be interesting to see in it. I think Chelsea fans will probably want Liverpool because Liverpool look vulnerable right now. But
they look extremely vulnerable, man. And the funny thing is about the watch along, I was saying it, bruv. Like the red lights on in the car, bruv. Before they conceded, I could see it. The red light was flashing. They didn't know if they needed oil, if they needed water. They didn't know what was going on, but the red light was going off, blood. And they literally conceded like 5 minutes later, bro. They were on the ropes from pretty much the beginning of the game, bro. And apart from the one spell that they got really aggressive and tried to push Madrid back, which they got hit on the break from, nothing, bro. Like they were embarrassing, bruv.
Crazy. I was gonna say, because I know someone just brought up Jude Bellingham. Oh, the other game, it's funny you said, actually. I saw you said something to me before. You said like you're pleased you chose that game. Look, I don't know how good. I don't know how good that Real Madrid Liverpool game was, but this game was cold. To be fair, like it was cold for a different reason. Like it probably wasn't. There were so many mistakes. The pace of the game was just. It was stop-start, but when it was firing, it was good in it. And I feel like Man City, Dortmund basically started the game better than City, but then City just came to life, and they should have scored 2 or 3. But the Real Madrid, they obviously got there first, and then there was a penalty shout, which was just some stupidness. Like the referee gave the penalty, and then VAR chalked it off. And obviously the stupidness is the guy, like when he came back onto the field, like I don't know if you've seen the highlights. My man didn't even tell anyone what happened. Like he was just confused. He looked like he was on an internship. Do you know what I'm saying? And then after that, Jude Bellingham was stepping up to different levels. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the way he was transitioning the play, the way he was carrying the ball, the way he was getting into positions that Diaz was trying to pick up Haaland in, and he was picking up those spaces going forward, led to the chance that he should have scored. It was 1-1 basically by half time. But obviously the referee had a mare because he blew the whistle before Bellingham stuck it in. So that is the worst decision I've seen this year in football, 2021. He could have waited 3 more seconds, let the guy put the ball in the net, then realized he was wrong from VAR. The goal that stood 1-1. We have a different game on because Dortmund was pressing. But obviously that game was disallowed. I mean, that goal was disallowed. Second half, City just dominated much more. They should have scored 3 or 4. That was when, this is the one weakness of City, the one tiny weakness sometimes. When they've got upper hand and they can score 3 or 4, they just don't for some reason. They don't put it away. And then obviously Dortmund just had one opportunity. Again, Bellingham, instrumental in it. The way he swiveled and passed, Haaland through, Marco finally got a goal that you would say deserved based on the way he was playing. That's it. 1-1. And then Foden, who deserved the goal, made it 2. Do you know what I'm saying? So Foden was the man of the match alongside De Bruyne.
Like, he looked it from the extended highlights I watched. Foden looked like he was involved in everything decent for Man City.
Bro, Foden was electric, bro. Like he was like a different level on the day. Do you know what I mean? He could have scored. He should have scored a hat trick, to be honest with you, because he had 2 opportunities that was just as easy as his finish at the end of the game, but he missed them in it. De Bruyne had 2 or 3 chances as well that he could have put away, but De Bruyne, that was a 9 out of 10 performance from him as well. Like them two, if it wasn't for them two, I think Dortmund could have probably won the game because Dortmund were a good side, were the better side for parts of the game, innit? And I think now that's going to be a very, very exciting second leg because Dortmund have a threat going forward that City don't look like they can really cope with, to be honest with you. They didn't look like they could really cope with them when they were attacking. So what happened in the second leg? I think both games, one game is evenly balanced. Obviously, Dortmund's got the away goal, and they're decent at home in the Champions League. But I think the Liverpool game, based on what you've told me, innit, like it looks like that's a done for. But who knows, innit? Who knows with Liverpool? Liverpool get an early goal at Anfield.
I think if Liverpool had the crowd, I think they might still be in the game, but they don't, innit? And the thing is, that place ain't a fortress this season, man. Them man have been bent over at home, bruv, like numerous times, bro. You know them ones. So
yeah, what is it? This isn't 2 years since corner taken quickly, innit?
But you know, like that. So if there were fans there, I'd say, you know what, Liverpool are gonna turn this round. But because there's no fans, I think Real Madrid are just gonna turn up and do what they did in the first leg.
Didn't Klopp complain about the stadium or something? I heard
apparently he said he was complaining about the lights or something.
Oh, come on, man.
I don't really know, blood. Klopp's a madman still. I think he's tapped, you know. I think he's tapped. I think he just runs. He runs out, like he just gets backed into a corner and just starts talking gibberish, blood.
Do you know the problem is? Yeah, most managers can't handle English press. That's it. For some reason, it seems to piss most foreign managers when they come over. They can't handle. They get rattled by these. I don't know if it's the way the questions are asked in England.
I think it is though. I think that they're mad cheeky, innit? A lot of the press over here, and the thing is that they ask you dumb questions, bro. And because it's not their first language,
when they'll ask something like what went wrong today, they'll be like, "Well, it's obvious."
Like, what do you mean? What do you fucking mean, bruv? Or when they ask you about a player or something like that, I don't play for you and that, and it's kind of like, bruv, why are you asking me this, bruv? Do you know what I mean? But because they don't speak English as their first language, in their brain they're like, man, like, how do I even answer this? This is pissing me off, and then they just get annoyed, innit? They don't express themselves and they just start chatting shit.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Sometimes when these might ask you a question, I'll be like, bruv, next question. But not answering it. I'd have said, bruv, what, you got 3 questions and that's what you led with? Say nothing, 2 more.
Yeah, start checking your watch in that.
That's it. I'll be like, bruv, you got 2 more, fam. You just wasted the first one. Like, let's go. Like, I ain't got no time for these, man. Do you know what I mean? So when they man start chatting shit, you know what I mean? Man start talking about the lights and that in the stadium. Are you taking a piss, bruv? Like you went on the same pitch. Nah, it's mad to me, bro.
Yeah, you can't start all of that, man. You can't. Do you know what I mean? You cannot play that game. You cannot.
Nah, bro. I said Klopp's a professional gaslight. Bro, it's so true. Bro, like Klopp is so delusional, fam. Yeah, I mean, he just, bruv, if in doubt, just chat shit. Bro.
You know him. He's drank that secret sauce from Liverpool history about Anfield as well, and that's all he talks about now. Oh, they got to come to Anfield. All right, okay. Anfield's not the place it was 2 years ago with that corner taken quickly, because back then that was when they were unbeaten. That's when they were unbeaten at Anfield for what, 2 years, 2.5 years. Bro, now I think they got slapped up about 7 times this year at Anfield. So, come on. It's a different game now.
The funny thing is, the whole Klopp thing is just funny to me, you know, because when Liverpool won the league, I could honestly say, if Liverpool weren't playing Manchester United, I don't think I watched more than 2 or 3 Liverpool games from start to finish. And every time I watched them, I was never impressed by them, you know. I was never impressed by them. But in my head, I saw them blowing teams away. And I was like, right, this Klopp's a genius, bruv. But now when I look at Liverpool play, I'm like, he's not, bruv. He's not.
What it is just...
It's just that man didn't know how to work him out because it was kind of new. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all it is. because a lot of the players are average. But the high intensity thing, yeah, they say pressure bust pipes, innit? And the pressure that used to put people on, they used to just roll over. But like I remember specifically, I don't know if it was last season. Actually, it must have been last season because this was when they beat Sheffield United away, I think, and I think they scored in like the last 5 minutes. You lot correct me. I think it was a 2-1 win right at the end or something like that. Sheffield United battered Liverpool. It might have been 1-0 at the end. They battered Liverpool literally for 85 minutes, yeah.
And they sneaked it.
And Liverpool scored right at the end. I think it could have been Mo Salah. And I was like, bruv, these men are jammy. There was bare times last season where I thought that Liverpool weren't the better team, but they just snuck the victory. And when you look at like their expected goals and that, I think they outperformed their expected goals in double figures, bro. Like, and it was just like, I think everything just clicked for them. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was like, oh, Henderson mistake right at the end. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, right at the end, bruv, after Sheffield United battered them and couldn't do it. And then I started to watch Liverpool more and I was like, bruv, when I watch them play, there's really not much to it, bro. It's just high intensity and persistence. That's just all it is, bro. And they just
most of the time, most teams can't deal with high intensity at that level. Do you know what I mean? You just steamroll. Do you know what I'm saying? If you just run, do you know what I'm saying? That is the style of football which ultimately most teams, and it's kind of like the same style of football that used to happen in the 2000s, where even if you know it's going to happen, like the long ball, and there's 4 or 5 attacking midfielders and strikers that are 6'2" or bigger, there's not much you can do a lot of the time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're going to nod it down and they're just going to bang it in a lot of the time. That's the reason why certain teams manage to survive just running them log ball games for 90 minutes, and there's nothing really you can do. And in high pressure football, there's only so much you can do with so many players running left, right, and center against you until you work it out. And obviously, it's not even so much Liverpool got worked out. A lot of the time, it's their burnout as well. Like the speed and pace of their attacks is nothing like what it was a year ago. Do you know what I mean? Like it seems like they've just lost their legs. Like they even need to bring in more. With that sort of intensity, you need a big squad that can rotate a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? And they tried to keep the same 16 players pretty much for 2 or 3 years. Do you know what I mean? And a year ago, it made flipping players like Origi and Shaqiri look good. But now when the lights are on, people realize, oh, damn, Shaqiri's not good enough for Liverpool. But it took people 3 years to work that out.
You say that he's not good enough for Liverpool, but technically on the ball, he's better than Salah and Mane, bro. You know them? So that's what I'm trying to say. So it's like, bro,
for the way they play. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the problem. So
the overall level of that Liverpool team in terms of like technical ability, ball retention, everything like that, bro, is very average. It's very average, bro. Like on the ball, technically, they're not even better than a team like Wolves. Like they're not, bro. Do you know what I mean?
The worst Premier League defense of all time. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? It's shocking. It's shocking. When they won the other day, which by the way, Liverpool beating Arsenal, it don't mean nothing like that. I swear Liverpool's average goals against Arsenal is like 3 or something. I swear they slap them up they must score every single time Liverpool plays Arsenal. I swear they score 2 or 3 goals. But either way, bro, like I saw people saying Liverpool are back after that game. Bro, like that's one game. And even in that, I didn't see the full game. But even there, it didn't look like Liverpool was back to where you saw them a year ago. They just look good sometimes. That's the thing with Liverpool, which is why
I don't think Liverpool ever look good, bro. It's just sometimes they're more effective than other times, bro. It's just similar to United, to be honest. Not in the terms of the style of football, but in the sense that they can win games, without being the best team on the pitch.
Which, by the way, United probably over 50% of this season.
More than that. I'd say 75% of the time United win. It's never convincing. You know them, man. It's not convincing.
Bro, bro. Some of the times you've nicked it. It's a straight robbery. Bro.
Yes, it's not convincing, bro. When I look at Liverpool, even when they're ahead, they never look convincing, bro. Do you know what I mean? If you don't bottle it against Liverpool and you're not intimidated by their players, you can have a go at them, bro. Like, and you can really do them something, bro. Like, because like in possession, they're not very good. And they play a high line. And right now, with the defensive injuries they do have, they can be got at going the other way with a straight ball. We saw it twice yesterday. Vinicius's goal was a straight ball. Asensio's goal was a ball into Trent's channel, which he headed across the goal. And bruv, it's not intricate football and little balls around the corner, you know, it's straight 20-yard balls. Like top world-class team shouldn't be being ruffled by these kind of passes, bro, like consistently.
Right, I just can't believe that Liverpool fans thought that they genuinely have a chance of winning this Champions League, innit? It's just when you look at all the things you just mentioned, I just think like they're a long way off in it. They're a long way off. Like they shouldn't be getting picked apart that easily. To a side that's obviously great, but like they could have been playing PSG or Bayern Munich. Do you know what I'm saying? Which would have even been worse for them. So I don't know about how they're going to perform. Obviously, I don't know how they're going to do in the second leg, but Liverpool right now, this is obviously all they're banking on, isn't it? Winning the Champions League to save their season. And then they can say that's good enough if we finish fourth in Champions League or even fifth in Champions League. That's a good season with all things considered. But the reality is they're probably going to go out and finish. I don't know if they're even going to finish top four, to be honest with you. I'm not even sure if they'll finish.
I think they can because of the running for a lot of teams. Leicester have a hard finish to the season. Chelsea have a hard finish to the season. So I think Liverpool mathematically, in terms of on the balance of the fixtures, I think Liverpool are in with a shout. But I tell you what, if Liverpool, this is a brilliant comment, by the way. If Liverpool continue to play the way they're playing right now, they won't make top four. Liverpool don't really create. They don't have any creative midfielders. They don't have anyone with any guile or anything to unlock a defense. They literally rely on a defensive mistake in transition, to go direct into their wide players to create opportunities. That's all they do. And if Mane and Salah, like both of them can score goals instinctively, but if they've got too much time to make the right decision, they'll make the wrong one 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I don't want. Sometimes when you look at the counter-attacking style of football, every team that counter-attacks gets put under the same bracket, innit? And Liverpool's basic level of counter-attack is not the same tactical level of a Leicester or Wolves. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially Leicester. Do you know what I mean? They've actually got technical ability where they still can break down.
And also their build-up they have an attacking pattern. Liverpool's pattern is get it to the wide players and then they slap it into the box. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, they may as well just get a target man, to be honest with you. Like,
bruv, if Liverpool should get a proper striker that can actually thrive on the crosses from Trent and Robertson, but then they'll lose the pressing mobility. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a double-edged sword. Do you see what I'm saying? Because really and truly, they need a player like flipping like Giroud or something, but they want someone that can press. You're not going to get someone that can press that also has an area presence, because that pressing will come from a more compact, smaller, agile forward. So then you're not going to have you
can't have both, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
You can't have both, innit? So I think that Klopp system, I think it's flawed, innit? And I think we're seeing that now.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. KDB signed a new deal today. No one's really surprised. As good as he is, he never gets linked with a move away. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of them ones where I don't think anyone could afford him anyway, for what he would cost. And it's just one of them ones. Like, that's a great shout. You know, someone said Liverpool need like a Vardy type striker. Obviously, a young Vardy. You're right, because then he would do a bit of pressing as well, and he would scavenge. But Vardy is, he's an anomaly, bruv. You know what I mean? You don't normally get strikers with his goal record that actually press and actually do so much off the ball. Jamie Vardy's a freak, blood. Them red balls.
Even Vardy, like the thing is, Liverpool hang a lot of balls over the top, and which is perfect for Vardy going through the middle, but those crosses from Robertson or Trent, Vardy don't score. Vardy don't score a lot of headers, in it. Like
He doesn't score a lot of headers, but he does score some first-time finishes from balls into the box, though.
Maybe they got to do them low drills, innit? Because I know that's what they used to do a lot. Like Trent doing, which is what Firmino used to get at the end of a lot of the time. But he obviously he's not anymore because people know what's coming, so they're just doubling up and just snuffing it out. But yeah, great shout though for real. Need someone like that.
Absolutely. So KDB signed a new deal. Great news for Manchester City. Yeah, I don't think he was. Yeah, it's a weird one because as good as he is, like no one was ever.
Well, the only time he was potentially going to leave, and it was when
they could have had the transfer ban for Europe.
Well, when they were
the Champions League ban. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. And then he said he's going to consider at the end of the season. Obviously, by a couple of months later, you know what I'm saying? Them that 40 man lawyer team done the job, and of course got them back into the Champions League. So it didn't matter. But yeah, I couldn't see many teams affording it, and not just affording. I don't think he wants to leave. Innit? I think he loves it at City. He's obviously captain now. So effective captain at the moment. So he's got the role that everyone wants because he's in.
He's the skipper. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. He's been a skipper for a lot of the games this season, including yesterday. Innit? I don't know if he's the official captain. I guess for
Fernandinho. I know Sterling had the armband the other day. Do you know what I mean? So I think they're just passing it around.
Fernandinho might be the actual captain when he plays, in it. But either way, KDB is the man in it, like for them now. Like, and they've always City for the last 10, 15 years has always had like a certain man like to lead the team, whether it's Company, Silva, Yaya, Toure, Aguero. Do you know what I'm saying? I think KDB is just that guy now. KDB was running the shop yesterday. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like he was running.
Kevin De Bruyne is Kevin De Bruyne reminds me of Steven Gerrard, bruv.
Yeah, and you know what? Like the good thing, exactly. The reason why that's a good comparison is because I don't want to put him as a box-to-box midfielder, but
he's not. He's an attacking midfielder, but he's powerful.
He's powerful, but he does, and he sprints back as well. He presses. So when midfielders have got the ball, he presses, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? He harries, man. He's not one of those players who just hangs around. Which, unfortunately, like, this is what a lot of Man United fans want Bruno to become more like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, more of in that ilk of having that energy on and off the ball and being more effective with the direct balls in it. Because KDB don't waste the ball more often than not. Obviously, some of his passes don't hit, but a lot of the time, you don't waste the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what kept the engine going yesterday for them. Like, Foden was amazing at beating a man and obviously getting into those pockets of space, but KDB was starting all of the attacks. Do you know what I'm saying? He was the guy yesterday. The difference. Not the man of the match though, because Foden was, I think.
Foden was irresistible from what I saw. The touches, the movement, sharpness, everything. Do you know what I mean? Different, absolute different game. And yeah, obviously everyone in the comment section is going to make the comparisons between Bruno and De Bruyne and stuff like that. But really, there's no comparison.
No, there's no comparison. And I feel like, you know.
I don't know. He's jumped out. I think the De Bruyne and Bruno comparison is like comparing Gerrard to Lampard, innit? The only thing that you could ever say, is that Lampard gets more goals than Gerrard. That's it. But really, Steven Gerrard was clear of Frank Lampard in every other department other than goal scoring. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's the same with Kevin De Bruyne and Bruno Fernandes. I think apart from goal scoring, you shouldn't ever mention Bruno in the same sentence as Kevin De Bruyne because he's not even a fifth of a Kevin De Bruyne, bruv.
The biggest problem, even if you take away ability, is the fact he just loses the ball too much. Do you know what I'm saying? Simple. Like, he needs to get, like, I just hope somewhere.
And it's not the fact he loses the ball, Akeem, it's where he loses it.
Yeah, it's true. It's where he loses it. Yeah, it's true. But that's the thing, innit? And I just hope that he's working on perfecting them passes and making it more, bro. Like his percentage, I don't even want to know his percentage of where he loses the ball or how many times he loses the ball a game, because it's shocking compared to the level that we expect him to be in it. So anyway, let's see what happens. Hopefully he's going to see improvements, even though people are saying he might after the Euros. If he has a good Euros, then he might get touted around. Do you know what I'm saying, for a big deal elsewhere? Do you know what I'm saying? If he may not be at Man United for as long as people think he is. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he looks like the sort of guy who isn't going to stick around for 5 years on waiting for a big trophy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I can see him, if another team like Barcelona, Real Madrid come, I don't know about Bruno, man. I don't know his loyalty. I'm not sure to Man United. I don't know how deep that's going to go, but that's another story for another day, isn't it?
Yeah, they could take him still.
No,
they could take him if they're gonna give man the money that we paid for him. They can have him. 65 million, bro. Like, he can't play at Real Madrid. Did you watch what them man done yesterday, bruv? You're ruining every rondo, blood. They'll stone him out of that training ground, bruv. There's no Bruno can't play in the team with Luka Modric and Toni Kroos.
The white flags will start waving and that.
Bro, no way. That's one thing. After watching what Real Madrid done there yesterday, it looked like a training match. Bruno couldn't play in that. Short, sharp passing, switching the play in that. No chance, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? There's absolutely no chance. He can't play for Madrid. That's why he's at Man United in the first place. Everyone remembers last day of the season, Bruno cried in that. Do you know what I'm saying? And he thought he was leaving, then no one came in for him, bro. And he stayed at Sporting for another 6 months till United panicked and came in because we had injuries. Nobody wanted him, bro. None of the top teams anyway. Do you know what I mean? So let's not pretend, innit?
Man said Bruno reminds me of Lampard, but Lampard was more intelligent.
No, Lampard had more tech as well.
Yeah.
Lampard was technical, bro. I mean, Bruno strikes the ball well, though. He strikes the ball very well. He's got a good shot in him, but so is Frank Lampard.
Let's see, innit? Let's see how effective he is in the business end of the season, innit? This is what matters. So
that's all that matters, bro. Goals without a trophy don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Just like Sir Alex Ferguson said to Ruud van Nistelrooy, blood, man, don't care about your golden boot. We didn't win the league, innit?
Yeah, all them goals and assists, them goal contributions don't mean nothing at the end of the day. GA. Them GAs don't mean nothing when it comes to it. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%. And also yesterday, showed just how overrated the Premier League is, because Borussia Dortmund might not qualify for the Champions League, and Man City, even though Man City played well, they didn't blow them out the water, bruv. They could have easily drawn the game.
Yeah.
Easily drawn the game. And Real Madrid, an aging Real Madrid that everyone was talking about, saying they've got no this, they've got no that, they've got no this. They battered Liverpool, bruv. Battered them. Do you know what I'm saying? And that actually shows you the level of the Premier League.
100%. Like, I'll be... sometimes it's just respect, is the respect that English fans show in it to these teams. Like, even Dortmund, who's not even one of the best, like Dortmund's not even the best in their own country. Not even, many people would say not even top two at the moment. Do you know what I'm saying? In terms of ability in their country. Bro, they cause City more problems than pretty much any other Premier League team has this season. Like, obviously, besides the games they've lost, you know what I'm saying? But in terms of a lot of the games in the last 6 months, like, Dortmund was causing them a lot of problems. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and that's Dortmund. So some of these other teams, I think there just needs to be respect put on them. And I said the same thing to one of my friends that think that, you know, it's going to be a walkover for Chelsea against Porto. I'm saying, listen, you just got to watch out with the games like this, because it's that respect level. And you know what? This is where Chelsea will be happy that they've got Tuchel instead of Lampard, because he has that European experience and he knows how to set up against European teams. Whereas Lampard was just shooting in the dark. He didn't know what he was doing.
You're right.
He thought he was just playing flipping West Ham every week. That's it. So you need that adapting. I wouldn't be surprised if Porto pick up a result or something, a tight draw, a draw or a very, very narrow loss in their game. against Chelsea, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So Porto, today's games are Bayern Munich, PSG. There's both teams have players out, but I think my guy Neymar's back. And if Neymar's back, I mean, it could be the Neymar show tonight. Do you know what I'm saying?
What do you make, before we even wrap up? Yeah, what do you make of people saying if PSG lose these games, Poch should get sacked
without spending any money? Yeah, right, bro.
Because they're not top of League One. Do you know what I'm saying? And apparently,
at the moment, but they can still win it, bro. I don't know, man. Like, people are too reactionary, innit? Like, do you know what I mean? It's just like them Lampard bum boys, yeah, that were just on, like, flipping, like, disrespecting Tuchel, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Just because they didn't want to see him do well, because Lampard got sacked, bro. Allow it. You know them ones. Leave Poch alone, bro. Poch didn't do nothing to no one, but there's a little Poch agenda out there where man just want him to do badly.
I don't know. They want him to do badly. So then, United fans that like Ollie, that people who wanted Poch, United fans who wanted Poch, they could just say, "Oh yeah, I told you he wasn't good."
That's exactly what it is. Just to say, "Oh yeah, I told you he's shit," and that, and then start comparing man to Ollie and that. Less of that, bro.
Whatever happens in Poch's career at PSG, he still would have been a better choice to get him when we had the opportunity. That's one thing I can confidently say, innit? That's it.
Oh, so yeah, it will be very interesting, man. And
that's going to be a good game. So
100%. Guys, what's your match predictions for them two games? I think are Bayern at home in the first leg today. Yeah, Bayern are at home. I think that it's going to be a score draw. Bayern PSG. I think it's going to be a score draw, either 1-1 or 2-2. I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with a 2-2 for PSG Bayern, and I'm going to go for 1-0 Chelsea. No, Chelsea away. No, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Chelsea away.
Yeah, I'm going to go for 1-0 Chelsea or 2-1 Chelsea. So it's going to be a tight game. Probably only settled by one goal. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's something like a 0-0, to be honest with you, in a game like that, because I know Porto's going to try and keep it tight. So Porto's going to try and keep it tight, innit? And I feel like Chelsea,
you're right.
Against teams that keep it tight, they don't bang in bare goals. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so we'll see. So that could easily be a 0-0. But the PSG Bayern game, I think PSG is going to beat them, innit? So for some reason, in this leg, I'm not saying in the whole tie, but in this leg, I can see something like a 2-1. 3-1, even surprise. Do you know what I'm saying? I think PSG are hyped up for this game. This is a big game for them. Revenge, innit, from what happened last season. But I think there's just the thing is with them, they've just got so many doubters in it. Everyone who plays for PSG has the pressure that they need to do something in Europe, innit? And I think that this is a huge game for them, innit? One of the biggest games in any of their PSG careers, innit? Whereas for Bayern Munich, is just another day at the office for many of them. Do you know what I'm saying? There's so many winners in that team. So let's see.
Yeah, real talk. That's not a bad shout. Big up everyone inside. Make sure you smash the like button. Back again with Red Talk at 7, and then we got your watch along for obviously Bayern PSG. Aaron will be watching Chelsea Porto as well, so we're gonna be talking about both games just like yesterday. Do you know what I mean? Big up everyone inside. Smash up the like. Make sure you follow Akeem on the socials, people. Socials at the bottom of the screen. You know what I'm saying?
And Lua's out as well. See,
and Variety's out as well with COVID or something like that. Yeah, so do you know what I'm saying? You man, make sure you follow Akeem. Make sure you follow Cheeky Sport as well. The link to the channel is in the title of the video, the hyperlink. So make sure you smash the like button. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Less than 100 away from 58K. So do you know what I mean? We're pushing. Should bag that by the end of the weekend, people. So mad love to everyone inside. And yes, 7 o'clock back